Welcome everybody, welcome to another video by Flat Earth Philosophy. This video is about the moon and a question I've had from a science wannabe, one of those members from the clan of Dan. You know, Simon, Dan, all those ignorant science wannabes. Not intelligent enough to figure things out for themselves. I give them the whole model here. I mean, I don't explain it totally, but they haven't got the nous to associate anything with anything. They can't add two and two together. Or if there's something missing, they can't figure it out for themselves because they're so far indoctrinated they can't think for themselves. So the only way people are going to get the picture is by opening up their mind, leaving the indoctrinated brain behind, find the original one, start using it. Because it all makes sense and it cannot be debunked. You only have to try and understand it. Once you understand it, you realise it all works. Now, I'm doing this video again, it's the second time because I'm starting to sound a bit like that whinging Dave, Professor Dave. You sort of end up talking like that because you've told the story so many times and you're trying to convince people the truth, you know. I start to sound like a bit of a whining, whingy, frickin' idiot. So I'm going to do it again and try and relax and get it out there. Like, people don't know, so I have to explain it properly. So let's go back to this guy's statement or comment, okay? His name's Simon Ginn. Just posted this online on my site. So first they all start off abusing and calling you a dickhead and all sorts of shit. But anyway, I give it all back, so it doesn't affect me. But instead of trying to figure it out themselves, that's all they do. They just come back and call you, tell you you're an idiot. That's my speaker falling off. I use two-sided tape. Sorry about that. It's got no proper attachment if I'm sitting the camera up on a tripod. Okay, he says, okay, let's do this. So how is the moon always circular, whichever phase it's in and from wherever you are on the earth? If the moon is a 2D circle in the sky, then would it not be elliptical everywhere except where it is exactly overhead? So my quick answer was, here we go then. First of all, find your original brain. An indoctrinated one is no good. The moon is a concave disk. It is an image cast onto the wall of the central vortex of creation. And we are all projections from that centre of creation. So we look up and see the concave moon move around the wall of the vortex, known to us as our arc of horizon, man's arc of horizon. Our arcs are a nice 180-degree meridian, just like Earth has one, from the North Arctic to the South Antarctic. You know, the meridian's a nice 180-degree arc, and ours is 360 degrees around us, just like it is around the flat Earth. Centre Arctic to the Antarctic is a nice 180-degree meridian, and they're all the way around the flat Earth. And that's just like our dome, our man's arc of horizon. Same thing, man is of the earth. It's all the same stuff. Inside a vortex is a spiral motion. This controls or determines in and out cycles of the moon's phasing around the black hole centre of creation, which is the centre of the vortex, and the ecliptic plane rise and fall for seasonal changes. The sun is moving around the black hole also on its horizon, inside from the moon. It moves faster than the moon around the hole. This is how we get the moon phasing. If the sun is on the other side of the black hole to the moon, then the moon becomes dissolved in the light of the sun. It is in the face of the sun because the sun's energy is cast across the black hole amplifier of our realm into the face of the moon. If the sun catches up to the moon, comes around to the same side as the moon, then obviously the sun's light is cast back across the black hole, leaving the moon exposed without the sunlight on it, exposed against its own light, the full moon. Hence why we get the full moon not affected by the light of the sun. It has its own light. That was just a quick answer for that. So now I thought, well, hey, I haven't been explaining this properly in my videos. So let's try and draw it out, okay? First of all, let's look down on a toroidal field. Like this. But imagine there are just millions of those, okay? Millions of those. But then you've got the other way. Because it's a dual system, positive and negative. Electron, photon or proton. It's continuously going like that. So there's your toroidal field. It all comes from the central vortex. There's Earth. You could carry on and say it's a hyperboloid. Okay? Earth has been created from this black hole centre. So this is our Earth, we live on it. And up here is the male coming into the female. So this is the male coming down into the female. And this is the female spiralling up. Like this. And from the central vortex creates the whole torus field. The central hyperboloid down here, because the torus goes right around the Earth. Well, it actually goes through the Earth, but it's like this. Imagine like this. So everything is cast out from this connection point here. Bingo. That's where the black hole of creation is. In there, and it's all cast out onto the wall of the vortex. There's the vortex looking down, all the way down to the centre. Okay, or middle. So everything expressed out. Everything is cast out. So all the images we see in the sky are all cast out onto concave like this, or the planets anyway. Sun and moon. All cast out on the perimeter. So, and what's happening is, let's draw it another way. So, basically, you could say the centre of the vortex, the place of rest that's created Earth, the black hole centre, the place of rest is a forever moving whole, and all the action is here, the ecliptic plane, and everything is cast out. So remember, it's spiraling up, pumps up and down in the vortex, spirals up and down like this. This is what gives the seasonal changes. So if it's an equilibrium like that level, then the sun would be dead centre of the ecliptic plane. Let's call that the ecliptic plane, around the centre here. Okay, just about lost myself. I had it all sussed out in the first video, but this one's a little bit trickier. What we have to understand is all these connection points are nodes. This is what the sun is following. As this thing's turning. So the sun follows, but there's millions, so you'll always see the sun. Every man will see the sun in his arc of horizon. The sun is in many places, but only seen in one, in his arc of horizon. Because he could be up here, he's going to see it in his arc of horizon. This guy's going to see it down here. Because this one meridian, this one curving magnetic field line is the sun. One nodal point in your arc of horizon. So you all have one nodal point, you could say. the seasonal changes curve down and out, up and in like wings of a bird. So it's down and out, and they'll come back up and in for the northern solstice. So forget the sun being an object. It's not an object. It's all frequency based, and it's just on the magnetic field lines. Nodes, nodal points. These nodal points here I've shown in what's created here. The pairing, I think they call them the pairing in physics, sons and daughters, but it's the connection here. This connection goes back and feeds the sun, but I've got another video on that one. So, and because this moves down and out, you've got this effect going on. So you've got to imagine this is the net. Every man's arc of horizon has the net. And this is the seasonal change. So you've got to imagine the net and the sun at the centre. It's just off centre because the black hole is the centre, so the sun's off the set. But let's just imagine it's at the centre. So it's at the centre and it sits there. And this is a net. You have to imagine the magnetic field as a net. This is mentioned in religion. The net, fishing net. Crisscross net. These are nodes with all the crisscrossing. And the sun stays in the middle here, and it just follows the magnetic field line. Which way it's casting its energy will go down that line. But that line's forever moving, isn't it? So that the sun is always moving around. So this is why you get on the magnet, the ferrocell, on Ken Wheeler's videos, you'll see the nodes all around here in this tropical zone. So we see that, but in our physical world, wherever you are on the earth, you'll get your node in your arc of horizon, wherever you are. As long as it's that time of the day, it's the same time of the day anywhere on the earth. Wherever you are, that line represents the same time. 1 p.m. there would be 1 p.m. here. Well, actually, you just keep that to the northern horizon, because then you get a mirror image for the south. So just imagine this as the northern horizon. The rhumb lines, the spider web, and celestial navigation, whatever you want to call it. But everything is cast out from the centre as discs around the vortex. And that's what we see, and that curving is our curving of the magnetic field, our arc of horizon. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. So we're going to get up and in, and then you get it down and out. You've seen this symbol somewhere, I'm sure you have. This is the sun. So the sun is stuck in the middle, reflected out from the dead centre, and it will follow this curving magnetic field down and out. These are the nodal points on one of these magnetic field lines. And when the season changes, goes back up, then the sun comes back up in here. See? Some people think, oh, if the sun's in here and it's down and out, or up in the centre here, it should be pointing up here if that curved down. If the sun was in here, it'd be pointing into here or something. But no, it's not like that, is it? It's there, it's on these lines. Down and out. Southern solstice, northern solstice. That's how it works. The sun is not an object. Okay? Many places, but only seen in one, your arc of horizon. It's all connected with your eyeballs and your brain. Torus field, the expression of the hyperboloid, the entire system. The two forces come together and create Earth. So this is our physical realm where we understand. but it's all being created back here at the central hidden vortex at the center of creation. Okay, I've just done a video on that, whether I put it up or not, or shall I just expand on it now? Creation. This is creation, that's the created. So the created is an expression of creation, then the created has to feed back to creation to keep the perpetual cycle going. And I explain this in the next video, I think I'll put it up, about how the system has to feed back in, because it's an expression of that anyway. So I think I've explained that alright, have I? The moon phasing. We'll expand on that a little bit more. So let's just use as the overall picture. It's all coming out of the centre here. So if you've got the sun here on this side, it casts its light that way, which means the moon will not be seen if the moon is here, because it's dissolved in the sunlight. But if the sun moves around here, to this side where the moon is, if this, just pretend it's gone to the spot here, right? The moon's not there though, let's say the sun's moved around there, then its light is now going to project back across the black hole this way. So the light's going this way, then obviously you're going to have a full moon. Well, not obviously, but then you get a full moon because the sun's not affecting it. The sun dissolves it, remember? Just like the stars during the day, they expand and dissolve. The sun moves away, they shrink back to the nucleus. The light, the energy. Well, I think I've explained it pretty well. The black hole, you've seen this in science, this, when they draw pictures like this, don't you? And then woo, 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 this sort of thing going on. A black hole, perfection. That's what creates life. It's coming up in a big video of mine. The holy place. That's why all religion refers to holy. We're going to get into that. That's it. Thanks for watching.